Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt you weren't a priority for others? Have you ever experienced a moment when you completed a job well, had a great idea, or did something truly valuable for others, only to receive no credit for it? I know this is hard to deal with. Unfortunately, sometimes even when you act in the right way, do what's best for everyone, and make yourself available to others, people may not notice or pretend not to notice your true worth. If you keep trying to please people who don't give you the recognition you deserve, you might end up disheartened. Reversing this situation can be quite challenging. It's undoubtedly an unpleasant feeling, and it becomes even worse when it involves someone close to you, such as family, friends, or a partner. According to Stoic philosophy, we shouldn't expect recognition from others because it's beyond our control, and such recognition may not happen. Therefore, you shouldn't wait for it, as that's a recipe for frustration. But what if I told you there are methods to become a priority in someone's life, to be more recognized? If you understand and apply what we're about to show you, it's quite possible that this can happen. Some steps can help you stay at the top of someone's list. By following these 9 steps, you can ensure that the people you care about feel that you are always a priority in their lives. Now that you understand the problem, it's time to revolutionize your approach by learning the solution. Let's go. Before we begin, I'd like to ask you to make sure you watch this video until the end because every step is important. 1. Create the fear of losing you. Creating the fear of losing you is akin to playing a delicate psychological game, one that can yield powerful results if executed with finesse. It capitalizes on the innate human tendency to value what we stand to lose more than what we stand to gain. By mastering this technique, you can subtly shift someone's perception of your importance in their life, making them prioritize you above others. To effectively instill this fear, you must first begin by gradually withdrawing emotionally. Instead of readily sharing your feelings and innermost thoughts, maintain a certain level of guardedness. This subtle shift in behavior will signal to the other person that they no longer have unfettered access to your emotional world, thereby prompting them to question their standing in your life. Simultaneously, it's essential to diversify your social interactions and commitments. By demonstrating that your time and attention are not solely reserved for them, you create a sense of competition for your affections. This newfound balance in your social life can trigger feelings of insecurity and jealousy, further reinforcing the fear of losing you in the other person's mind. However, it's crucial to exercise caution when employing this technique. Excessive emotional distancing or aloofness may backfire, causing the other person to interpret your behavior as disinterest or indifference. In such cases, they may decide to withdraw themselves, unwilling to engage in a futile pursuit. Thus, striking the right balance is paramount, ensuring that you maintain enough emotional closeness to keep the other person invested while still fostering a sense of uncertainty about your availability and commitment. Ultimately, the fear of losing you serves as a potent motivator, compelling the other person to reassess their priorities and make efforts to secure your continued presence in their life. However, wield this technique with discretion and empathy, mindful of the potential consequences it may entail for both parties involved. Used judiciously, it can pave the way for deeper emotional connections and strengthened bonds. 2. Avoid being always available. Avoiding being always available is a strategic move that can significantly impact the dynamics of your relationships. The adage, quality over quantity, rings true in this context, emphasizing the importance of fostering meaningful interactions over constant availability. If you aim to be a priority in someone's life, it's imperative to establish boundaries and prioritize your own needs. Continuously being at someone's beck and call can inadvertently lead to being taken for granted. When you consistently bend over backward to accommodate others' schedules and whims, you risk diminishing your own value in their eyes. While it's essential to demonstrate care and consideration, there comes a point where prioritizing yourself becomes paramount. By limiting your availability and making it clear that you have a life beyond their immediate reach, you send a powerful message about your self-worth and independence. This doesn't mean you should play hard to get or engage in manipulative tactics. Rather, it's about striking a healthy balance between being present for others and tending to your own needs and interests. Creating space for yourself not only fosters a sense of autonomy, but also encourages the other person to appreciate the time they spend with you more deeply. When they realize that your attention is not readily available at their disposal, they are more likely to cherish the moments you do share together. Moreover, maintaining a sense of independence can be attractive and intriguing to others, as it demonstrates confidence and self-assurance. It communicates that you are a multifaceted individual with passions, pursuits, and commitments beyond the confines of the relationship. In essence, avoiding constant availability is not about playing games or distancing yourself unnecessarily. It's about reclaiming your agency, setting healthy boundaries, and ensuring that your time and energy are valued and respected. By prioritizing yourself, you encourage others to do the same, fostering a more balanced and fulfilling dynamic in your relationships. 3. Maintain some mystery. Maintaining an air of mystery can be a powerful tool in various aspects of life, particularly in social interactions and relationships. Humans have an innate curiosity about the unknown, and this intrigue often draws them closer to individuals who possess an element of mystery about them. In the realm of relationships, whether romantic or platonic, maintaining a degree of enigma can enhance your allure and appeal. Rather than laying all your cards on the table from the outset, strategically revealing facets of yourself over time can create a sense of anticipation and excitement in the other person. By holding back certain details about your life, interests, and experiences, you create a space for curiosity to flourish, prompting the other person to invest time and effort in getting to know you better. For instance, when discussing your hobbies and passions, offer tantalizing glimpses rather than comprehensive explanations. Instead of outlining every detail of your weekend hiking trip, you might mention the breathtaking views you encountered or the unexpected challenges you overcame, leaving room for the other person to inquire further. This approach not only maintains an element of mystery, but also invites engagement and conversation. Similarly, when it comes to discussing your past or personal history, exercise discretion in what you reveal. While authenticity is important in building trust and rapport, divulging too much too soon can diminish the allure of the unknown. Instead of providing a detailed chronological account of your life, offer intriguing anecdotes or snippets of your experiences, leaving the other person intrigued and eager to uncover more layers of your personality. It's important to strike a balance between openness and mystery, ensuring that you neither overshare nor withhold to the point of appearing aloof or unapproachable. The goal is to cultivate a sense of intrigue that keeps the other person captivated and invested in discovering more about you. Over time, as they unravel the layers of mystery surrounding you, they will likely develop a deeper appreciation for your complexity and prioritize your presence in their lives. In essence, maintaining some level of mystery can serve as a catalyst for building meaningful connections and fostering a sense of mutual fascination and respect. By artfully revealing aspects of yourself while keeping certain elements concealed, you invite others to embark on a journey of discovery alongside you, forging bonds that are rooted in curiosity, admiration, and genuine connection. 4. Allow them to invest in you. Indeed, delicacy and moderation are key when employing the strategy of maintaining mystery and encouraging others to invest in you. The aim is not to push people away, but rather to attract them by piquing their curiosity and making them value your presence more. One crucial aspect to consider is the psychology of investment. People naturally prioritize those in whom they have invested time, effort, and emotions. Therefore, if you want someone to see you as a priority, you must allow them the opportunity to invest in you. This investment can take various forms, such as spending time together, engaging in meaningful conversations, or offering support and assistance when needed. For instance, when making plans, it can be strategic to occasionally turn down invitations or suggest alternative times, especially if you know you won't be able to fully commit. This not only demonstrates that your time is valuable, but also encourages the other person to invest more effort in securing your company. Similarly, by occasionally making them wait for your response or availability, you subtly communicate that you are not easily accessible and that they need to work harder to earn your attention. However, it's crucial to strike a balance and avoid overplaying this strategy. Using it excessively or insincerely can backfire, leading the other person to perceive you as uninterested or unattainable. Genuine connections are built on mutual respect and reciprocity, so it's essential to ensure that your actions align with your intentions. Ultimately, by judiciously applying the principle of allowing others to invest in you while maintaining an aura of mystery and challenge, you can cultivate deeper connections and encourage others to prioritize your presence in their lives. Remember, the goal is not to manipulate or play games, but rather to foster genuine appreciation and mutual respect within your relationships. We've covered several lessons in this story already. If you found them helpful and valuable, kindly share your feedback on what you have learned so far in this video by commenting below. Here are some valuable lessons derived from the aforementioned story that you should grasp and incorporate into your life. 5. Prioritize your needs. Prioritizing your needs is not about being selfish. It's about recognizing your own worth and ensuring that you are treated with the respect and consideration you deserve. It involves making conscious decisions to protect your emotional well-being and avoid situations where you feel undervalued or taken for granted. For instance, if you find yourself in a relationship or friendship where you consistently feel neglected or unappreciated, it's essential to reassess whether that connection aligns with your needs and values. Continuing to invest time and energy into a relationship where you are not valued can erode your self-esteem and diminish your sense of self-worth. Surrounding yourself with individuals who prioritize your presence and make you feel valued can significantly impact how you perceive yourself and how others perceive you. By fostering connections with people who genuinely care about your well-being and happiness, you increase the likelihood of being seen as a priority in their lives as well. It's important to acknowledge that you cannot control other people's feelings or behaviors towards you. However, you have complete agency over how you choose to engage in relationships and how you allow others to treat you. By prioritizing your own needs and self-worth, you set a precedent for the type of treatment you expect from others. Ultimately, if you desire to be a priority in someone else's life, it starts with being a priority in your own life. Cultivating self-love, self-respect, and self-care lays the foundation for healthy, fulfilling relationships where you are valued and respected for who you are. 6. Don't make them the center of your life. Have you ever noticed that people often seem more attracted to things they can't easily have? It's a fascinating aspect of human psychology. The idea that the more effort someone has to put into obtaining something, the more they desire it, holds true in many situations. You've likely heard the saying, "The grass is always greener on the other side," which perfectly encapsulates this phenomenon. It highlights the tendency for people to be more captivated by what they perceive as elusive or out of reach. When it comes to relationships, this principle can be incredibly relevant. Making someone the absolute center of your universe can inadvertently diminish their perceived value. When you prioritize another person above all else and revolve your life entirely around them, you may inadvertently remove the element of challenge and pursuit that can make relationships exciting and desirable. Instead of making someone the focal point of your existence, it's essential to maintain a sense of balance and autonomy in your life. Pursue your own interests, goals, and passions independently of any specific relationship. Not only does this demonstrate self-assurance and confidence, but it also ensures that your happiness and fulfillment are not solely dependent on another person. Moreover, by maintaining a rich and fulfilling life outside of any romantic entanglements, you naturally become more attractive and desirable to others. People are drawn to individuals who exude independence, self-assurance, and a sense of purpose. When you have your own pursuits and interests, you inherently become more intriguing and appealing. Of course, this doesn't mean neglecting your partner or potential romantic interests. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect, support, and companionship. However, it's essential to strike a balance between investing in your relationship and nurturing your individual identity. By avoiding the trap of making someone the center of your universe, you not only preserve your own sense of self-worth and independence, but also foster an environment where relationships can flourish organically, based on genuine connection and mutual admiration. Remember, the most fulfilling relationships are those where both individuals maintain their autonomy while also coming together to share their lives and experiences. Applies to interpersonal relationships as well. So this step emphasizes that you should keep this wisdom in mind when dealing with other people. It encourages you to maintain a certain distance so that people become more attracted to your presence. This will convey the message that you're not desperate for their attention, and over time, they will value you more. 7. Stop initiating communication all the time. It's a common misconception that constantly initiating communication is the key to becoming a priority in someone's life. However, in reality, this approach can often have the opposite effect. When you're consistently the one reaching out and making the effort to connect, the other person may come to expect it and inadvertently start taking you for granted. Continuously being the initiator of communication can create a dynamic where the other person begins to perceive you as less essential or less invested in the relationship. They may become complacent, assuming that you'll always be there to initiate contact, and consequently, they might not prioritize maintaining communication with you. Taking a step back from being the sole initiator of communication can be a powerful way to gauge the depth of someone's interest in you. By refraining from reaching out as frequently and allowing the other person to take the initiative, you create space for them to demonstrate their own level of investment and commitment to the relationship. This doesn't mean completely withdrawing or playing games. Rather, it's about rebalancing the dynamic and allowing the other person the opportunity to actively engage in maintaining the connection. If they genuinely care about you and value your relationship, they will likely step up and make an effort to reach out and communicate with you. Observing their response, or lack thereof, when you stop initiating communication can provide valuable insights into the nature of your relationship and the level of importance you hold in the other person's life. If they demonstrate a genuine desire to stay connected and make an effort to reach out to you, it's a positive indication of their investment in the relationship. On the other hand, if they show little interest or fail to initiate communication, it may be a sign that they do not prioritize you in the way you deserve. Ultimately, taking a step back from always initiating communication allows you to assess the mutual level of interest and investment in the relationship, empowering you to make informed decisions about where to focus your time and energy. Remember, healthy relationships thrive on mutual effort and reciprocity, so it's essential to create space for both parties to actively participate in maintaining the connection. 8. Create your own happiness. One of the most powerful keys to becoming a priority in someone's life is to cultivate your own happiness independently of them. While it's natural to seek fulfillment and joy in our relationships, relying solely on others to make us happy can set us up for disappointment and dependency. When we place the responsibility for our happiness solely on someone else's shoulders, we relinquish control over our own well-being and allow external circumstances to dictate our emotional state. This not only puts undue pressure on the other person, but also deprives us of the opportunity to live authentically and pursue our own passions and interests. Moreover, depending on others for our happiness can lead to a sense of resentment and imbalance in the relationship. When we prioritize their needs and desires above our own, we may feel neglected or unfulfilled, which can breed feelings of resentment over time. To truly become a priority in someone's life, it's essential to take ownership of our own happiness and fulfillment. This means engaging in activities and pursuits that bring us joy and satisfaction, regardless of whether or not the other person is involved. By nurturing our own sense of well-being and contentment, we not only enhance our overall quality of life, but also become more attractive and desirable to others. Creating our own happiness not only benefits us individually, but also strengthens our relationships. When we approach interactions with others from a place of inner fulfillment and self-assurance, we are better equipped to contribute positively to the dynamic and foster a sense of mutual respect and appreciation. Ultimately, by prioritizing our own happiness and well-being, we empower ourselves to lead more fulfilling and satisfying lives while also becoming more magnetic and appealing to those around us. Remember, true happiness comes from within, and when we cultivate our own joy, we become unstoppable forces of positivity and light in the world. 9. Be willing to walk away. Moreover, by walking away, we are also sending a clear message to the other person. We are showing them that we value ourselves enough to walk away from anything that doesn't serve us, and that if they want to be a part of our lives, they need to step up and prove their worth. It's important to recognize that walking away doesn't guarantee that the other person will suddenly realize your value and come running back to you. In fact, it's entirely possible that they may not even notice or care that you're gone. But that's not the point. The point is that by walking away, you are taking a stand for yourself and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. And while it may be painful in the short term, in the long run, it will lead to greater self-respect, self-confidence, and ultimately, greater happiness. In conclusion, walking away from someone we care about can be one of the hardest things we ever have to do, but it's also one of the most courageous and empowering choices we can make. By prioritizing our own well-being and refusing to settle for anything less than we deserve, we pave the way for healthier, more fulfilling relationships in the future. So if you find yourself in a situation where walking away is the right choice, don't hesitate to take that step. Your future self will thank you for it. Thank you for joining us on this journey to understand how to become a priority in someone's life. We've explored powerful psychological strategies that can shift dynamics and garner the recognition we deserve. Now, it's time for reflection. What have you learned from these steps? Is there one strategy that resonates with you, something you're eager to implement in your own life? We invite you to share your insights and commitments in the comments below. Your engagement not only enriches our community, but also reinforces your dedication to personal growth. If you found value in this video, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content. Your support means the world to us. Thank you for watching, and until next time, prioritize yourself and watch your world transform.